Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. We're watching another episode of Lazarus here. This is episode 2. Alright, so I haven't figured out the whole sub and dub thing. I put a poll up on my channel. It'll be there. Check it out. Like, I don't know. Help me figure this out. Like, would you prefer me to continue with the dub, which is, I mean, that's what I'm doing right here, clearly. Or should I wait for the rest to come out in sub? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the dub much. It might grow on me though. It's really like, I'll continue it, whatever. If I don't dig it completely here, I can always go back and check out the other one, but I already started it here dub, so, and I was considering watching it dub in the first place. So just, let me know if nobody says anything on the poll. Then I guess I'm just gonna continue doing as I am, you know. Last time though, we met the main cast and we got a lot of world building and plot setup here. The main cast we got. Actually, I don't remember most of their names, but we got Axel is the main guy. I think I remember Hirsch was the lady who met him in the prison, and Leland. I remember that name because there was another character in another show that I was watching recently with the same name. But yeah, we met the main cast. It looks like Axel's gonna be joining this group. But as far as what we were told, there was a drug, a painkiller that became very widespread, very popular around the world, I guess. And it was very effective. It was called hapna, created by Dr. Skinner, but this guy's a psycho, he's a lunatic, and he decided, yeah, that's actually going to kill everyone though. After 3 years, it'll activate and kill everyone. We got 30 days to find this guy, and only Axel can do it, apparently. I hope we learn a little bit more about why that is, what his background is. We know that he escapes prisons, but I'd like to know a bit more about our whole cast, and we might be getting a good deal of that maybe, because it feels like this whole thing is going to be more plot centric than the other Watanabe shows that I've seen. At least that's the feel the first episode gave. It could change this episode, but I mean, granted, I've only seen 2 of his other works, and I don't know if they've all got the same. I don't actually know if he's the writer or like a director. I don't know what he does. Yeah, I don't know what exactly he does. So I don't know. This could be anything. I personally also, I love anime original shows because I never ever have to worry about spoilers. I always worry about that with all these series that I do, because I think there hasn't been a single one where I haven't heard at least something about the anime at some point, or even any of these other shows. But when it's an original anime like this, I get really excited because everyone's experiencing it at the same time. It's very cool, very hype. Licorice Recoil was kind of the same for me, and so I'm gonna be doing that on the channel with this new like short movie thing that they're doing. I don't know, but yeah, a month to find Dr. Skinner. Axel seems cool. A lot of parkour. He's real good at it, doing flips and kicks and all the cool stuff. Could have been just Mappa flexing for the first episode. Also, I hope that the quality keeps up. It doesn't have to be insane or anything every episode, but I do prefer consistency over, you know, the pop-off moments and then things looking like shit the rest of the episode. I prefer consistency, well-rounded, you know, animation. I had a few like theories last time about a guy maybe being involved in Leland's father's death. Haven't even learned the guy's name, haven't heard really anyone talk about it. I don't even know if it's Leland's father. There was a single photo. I feel like it told a lot though. It just feels like something I've seen in maybe other shows, but I know nothing. That's just an early thing to toss out there. But yeah, our group, Lazarus, seems cool. They caught Axel. He got caught lacking, so I assume we're gonna be getting our big mission or whatever this episode. So yeah. Also, I don't know if they told us the year yet, what year this is set in. I'm not sure. I know it's in the US, I think. I shouldn't have said I know, because I'm pretty sure it's in the US, but I don't know for sure. But yeah, nothing else other than that. I'm gonna hop into this. All right, this is episode 2, Life in the Fast Lane. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel, you know, show your support, drop a comment. Again, check out the poll, sub, dub. If you don't care, let me know that too. I don't know. That's helpful. But yeah, I'm ready to hop into this. All right, let's hit it.
3 years ago, hapna, the painkiller that everybody said would free humanity from suffering, first hit the shelves. But for me and my friends, it served an entirely different purpose. We started using hapna as a substitute for drugs.
Is this Leland, or is this some random kid?
It gave us a boost and got us a little high. Adults were scratching their heads. Why are kids drinking nothing but soda all the time? Hapna became a phenomenon. Nobody could ever imagine that in just 3 years, it would become the terror that would kill us all. I mean, I sure didn't.
So is that... Okay, here we go. OP. I've been liking the jazz feel of it all. It's been pretty good. It's a good tune. Alright. There's not anything crazy, but...
It is impossible to take off.
Looks like you've assembled a team of bad apples, huh?
I need a favor from you all. Of course, I'm talking about finding Dr. Skinner faster than anyone else does. You can choose to stay on the run as a fugitive, or find Dr. Skinner and earn your freedom.
Oh, shit!
I see your threat and raise you another. Now get this thing off my wrist, would ya?
Hirsch? Hello?
I'm not falling for that trick again.
Oh.
The wristband will get so hot that it will burn your hand off.
I feel like I've seen this plot a million times before now. This situation. This is like every Suicide Squad
fine.
story.
I've always wanted to meet this Skinner guy anyway.
Works every time, though. I'm in it.
We're here live with one of Dr. Skinner's gardeners, who is going to shed some light on his secrets.
I'm just a gardener who tended to his plants.
Or maybe you got the impression he was out of touch with regular people.
Well, now that you mention it,
Please, go on.
we did bury a cat in the garden once.
What? You buried a dead cat?
Her name was Moppet. She was a cutie patootie.
So, Ms. Lisa, I know that your newest album, See You Later Alligator, is finally going to be released.
See you later, alligator.
Chances are that literally no one will listen to it by the time it comes out.
You may be right, but then that means nobody's going to be watching this ridiculous show either.
After a while, crocodile.
Oh my god. This dub is something, man.
Like keeping the vaccine all to ourselves? Or selling it for a ton of money?
I like the sound of that.
This team wasn't formed for personal gain or profit. We're here to save the world.
This guy's my favorite.
So basically we're superheroes.
Forgot his name, though.
We're like the Avengers or something.
No!
In any case, finding Skinner is the only thing that matters now.
Now don't be shy. Has anybody here used hapna?
Word.
For the time
Kitty!
being, this will be our base of operations. And just so we're clear, I was against you joining us. Like,
She's got a tent?
run around show
Give her a real
without
room.
Burden to the team.
Why she got a tent?
Don't you think this place is a bit too run down for us world-saving superheroes?
I like
a
it. It's
vintage
cozy.
style disguise.
Appreciate the aesthetic, man. Oh. Cat balls. What the hell?
Hold out your hand. It'll scan your vein pattern to unlock.
Whoa. Never heard that one before. Your vein pattern? That's pretty cool. It's a cool idea. It's a lot harder to, like,
We did
replicate,
one
I guess,
mistake.
than like a facial recognition that you see all the time
This
in
is
shows.
Denise
I like
Skinner.
that. This is like a Wikipedia. What year is
He
this?
would be 56 years old. Lost both parents to local unrest at the age of 12. He enrolled at ETH Zurich when he was 16. Got into Cambridge at 20. People were starting to call him the next Einstein.
Yeah, they said in the first episode, too. Dude's a real
Shouldn't we be
genius.
focused on other stuff? Like his personality or whatever else can give us insight into his motives?
Good point.
Skinner was awarded the Nobel Prize
Oh, his tea is crazy.
3 times, but donated the money to charity, even going as far as to abandon the patents on the drugs that he developed.
He was a passionate activist who took part in protests advocating for peace and ending economic disparity. He was also a strong proponent for climate change. He attended many environmental summits.
Okay, proponent for climate change sounds... That's not what I think that's...
Simply here as a scientist who is stating the facts. Precisely 3 years from now, the ice in the North Pole will melt and be lost forever.
This guy sounds like Bertolt's dub from Attack on Titan.
A thriving economy isn't going to help anyone when Earth becomes uninhabitable.
Real. This is how I feel we'd be talking about this shit for real.
The speech ended with multiple countries of the UN withdrawing from the assembly.
Sounds right.
Not long after that, he vanished without a trace.
Sounds like a pretty decent guy.
Any eyewitness accounts of him online?
He was seen giving his seat to an elderly woman on the train. And helping out a homeless person.
He's too good.
The guy's practically a saint.
Why would a respected man like this want to destroy the world?
It seems nobody has been able to locate him anywhere.
That sounds crazy too. I feel like it's like the future, right? Everybody would be...
Or he might have assumed someone else's identity.
Excuse me, huh?
Like they're able to track your vein patterns and
I
shit.
lead on him.
That is sick, bro.
Like I said, you gotta quit it with the reckless driving.
Oh my... Jeez.
A company that sells survival shelters.
Yes. There's a record of Skinner buying one from them 8 years ago. The only problem is that company isn't currently reachable by phone or email.
Axel and Chris will go.
This place is crazy.
Doug and Leyland.
They decked out this barbershop.
Elena, access as many surveillance cameras around the world as you can, and then run facial recognition to
Okay.
Dr. Skinner.
See, this is what I was talking about. I'm just curious why he like hid and then wants to be found in order to save the world.
You were doing time in the slammer, right?
Like, what is up with that?
How many years did you get? Like, what'd you do?
I think it's up to 888 years.
Get the hell out of here, you psycho!
What?
I'm not driving with freaking Leatherface. That's not a sentence.
That is wild. I forgot it was so much.
Explain. Did you know that they double your sentence every time you break out of prison? I originally got 3 years, but I kept escaping so much that before I knew it, my sentence had grown to some ridiculous number.
That is wild, man. Why didn't you just do it the 3 years?
Let's just say it's a hobby of mine.
You've gotta be kidding me.
I wonder how much time he's actually spent
Doug,
like in
I've
a
noticed
prison
you've got
cell.
one of those things on your wrist. What does Hirsch have on you?
How's he getting caught?
Why do you want to know? In my case, I got roped into this for some lousy misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor?
Enough about me. Now it's your turn.
Honestly, there's nothing crazy about my story. Just some small-time petty thefts.
On the other hand, Elena is not minor league. She's a notorious hacker who's committed crimes on a global scale.
Wow.
She might just be the biggest wild card on the team.
Word? Music so far is the best part about this. I love it. Just a good vibes. Excuse me if I'm just gonna be bobbing my head the entire episode. But I'm vibing, man. These cars sound like space shuttles opening up.
This must be the place.
I get the feeling there's not a soul around here.
Well, let's go.
People waiting though? He saw that, so he could have warned her about it.
This place looks abandoned to me.
We didn't get her story though. She was the only one that we didn't hear about.
Hello? Hola? Ni hao?
Looks like these computers were working until recently.
Wow, I actually love the POV shots, man. That's the best thing that they've done with the CG and stuff in this show. Making the 3D environments and then moving the camera around. They do it really well. Because the cars weren't looking great earlier, but that looks nice. What is he doing here? Who are these guys, man?
Is this Skinner?
Could have got
Nah,
plastic
he's not
surgery.
old enough. Oh.
Hey,
yeah.
pal, are you alive?
Be careful now. Drop your weapon. Nice and slow.
I'm sorry, Doug.
Now tell me where he is.
Where who is?
Just spill the beans. Tell me what I want to know and nobody gets hurt. Go ahead and stand there and play dead.
Gotcha.
I know
I
how to
didn't.
make you cooperate.
That's a good point, man. I didn't think anybody else would be looking for him. Of course they would. Yo, we are not the only group, man. Jeez!
Ding dong, anybody home? We got a visitor. All right, I want
The best thing this guy could think of was ding dong. So this guy's like a bait. Is he it's supposed to be a bait Skinner? Who is this dude?
Actually enjoying this?
It's that obvious.
What's that?
Yes. What is it, man?
This little angel here is always keeping me safe.
What?
As long as I have this on me. I feel invincible.
No way. He's totally out of his mind.
I know you're here, Kobayashi, and I ain't leaving until you pay back everything you owe us.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yo.
You're not here for Skinner?
I'm a debt collector. Oh yeah? Well, so am I.
Oh! Who the hell's Kobayashi?
What the hell is going on?
That's what. You know what? Good question. Oh, cops. Ooh! Damn! Shit, man. The way the cars drive is so wild in this show. He just run on the wall? Guns ain't nothing to this dude.
FBI, drop your weapons now!
FBI!
Lazarus, drop your weapons.
Huh?
What's Lazarus?
We're superheroes.
Oh gosh.
Bro, who are you?
I'm so sorry. Listen, I wasn't trying to run away. I was gonna pay you back.
Ah.
I swear on my life.
So this is him.
You're not Skinner, are you?
Ow, bro.
DNA test complete. This guy is definitely not Skinner.
So that bastard Kobayashi hasn't paid you fellas back either?
Nope. Hadn't paid for nothing, even the concrete that we delivered last month. The guy's a straight-up jerk face.
My mistake. I thought you worked for that deadbeat.
No worries.
So it was a different guy?
Yep. He was just hiding out in a bunker that he built for one of his clients.
The place is a freaking circus. The FBI and a bunch of other random guys came out of nowhere.
Great.
Anything to find here, or is this just a goose chase?
Well, it seems. This mission's gonna be a lot harder than any of us thought.
Looking back, my entire life was nothing but a big gamble. All I've ever wanted was to find the one lucky break that would let me strike it rich.
Talking to himself?
But it never crossed my mind
It's
that
on the
I'd
floor.
end up at rock bottom.
Pill bottles.
Thought I could hurry things up and get it all over with. Except this stuff doesn't actually kill you that quickly. Maybe it's a sign? It may be telling me to live a bit longer.
Not since he took it.
Yeah.
You got 30 days on me.
Fresh start. Oh, I forgot the whole world's going to die in 30 days anyway.
I found him. I found Dr. Skinner. It's definitely him, but it looks like there are thousands of him.
That's
What the hell?
He's projecting his face onto everything. Okay. ED. Hold up. I want to watch the ED. Damn. Yeah, the music has been my favorite part of the show so far. Definitely. Oh, wait. Are they all dead? Because they all took it? Because I see the pill bottle everywhere. The pills. They're everywhere. Crazy, man. The whole world's going to look like a giant... What's that shit called? Jonestown? Okay, so that was episode 2. I gotta be honest. Probably a little bit less interesting than the first episode to me. In some portions, I'm going to be talking about the voice acting a lot. It's not like the biggest thing, but it's probably the most like easy to notice things and easy to talk about things just to get out of the way early on. I know I'm not the only one that kind of has issues with it. It's like you can't always expect something amazing from dub casting or performances. It's pretty inconsistent. This one is not my favorite. Nothing against the actors or anything, but it's not selling it for me most of the time. So I'm kind of considering waiting on the rest of this series. It's like a month out though, so I don't know. Again, check out that poll. It's really not a big deal because some of the things that stand out to me as far as like possible complaints, I don't know. At least early on here, it's super early, but things that I worry about. Is that it's just kind of not, the premise is nothing like really not anything that unique. Like one of the things that I said last time is that the world itself is already not very the concept is not that inspired for this series so far, and so when you kind of have something like that, it kind of, in my opinion, relies a lot on the characters to kind of carry you through the story, and you got to get attached to them. And I do dig our characters so far, But again, it's hard for me to get super connected to them because everything that they say sounds really written and cheesy, you know? And part of that is because of the translation, and again, some of the performances aren't my favorite. Axel is probably the one of the group that I think stands out the most to me. Here's the weird thing, because they grew on me this episode. I liked them more than the first episode, but they're still not like effective to me, you know? That's as much as I'm gonna say about all that. I don't want to like just complain about this episode. I thought it was pretty fun. Again, my favorite thing so far is the music. I can just kind of sit here and listen to these tunes. I like them. I love music. It's my favorite part. Also, I don't want to talk a ton about like Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo and everything, but that's probably some of my favorite parts about those shows, is the focus on the great music. And I'm digging what's going on here. There were some funny moments that again might have landed a little bit better in the Japanese, but then again, I don't know. This whole talk show host thing's pretty funny, pretty silly. The thing with the gardener is, I like this barbershop. I like the vintage kind of feel it all has, mixed with the techie stuff. But again, like this whole like assembled group of criminals kind of being held together by the threat of, you know, harm by some device on them, by some random lady, is very, very, I guess I could say, overdone. It is. And so that's why I'm waiting to see if like things like the characters develop more in a way that I can latch onto a little bit more. I still did enjoy what I saw here, by the way. It's just I hope for more. At the moment, yeah, this episode, it kind of was a goose chase. Like, they said Elena's like a wild card and she's like super talented. So it was a little bit disappointing when this whole thing turned out to be nothing at all. I guess we got to see how a guy turning to drugs, you know, it just kind of like, he wanted an escape, this dude, Kobayashi or whatever, but it kind of just set his death in stone, you know. I guess there's like a message there, don't do drugs, kids. We also had a little bit of commentary, I guess, on global climate change, which is good. It feels about right in some of those responses. And you know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what turned Dr. Skinner. I mean, he got all disillusioned with everything and decided, you know what? These guys should all die. Maybe that's what happened. So yeah, I mean, this guy, he really just disappeared. No record of him. No facial recognition. So that was one of the very first things I thought of, is like, we got cameras everywhere, plus like a super hacker lady. Let's just find this guy. Let's find his face. He's got to be somewhere, but the way to get around that, I guess, for him is putting up fake hymns everywhere all over the world. I'd imagine that he got super rich off this drug since it was so insanely popular, so maybe he has the resources to like hire somebody. Oh, he's a super genius, so I guess maybe he could have just done this himself. Maybe he's tech savvy. I thought he was just like a scientist. So yeah, his face is everywhere, and I'd imagine that's gonna be next episode's problem, is trying to, we might just abandon facial recognition altogether then. That might just be something we can't overcome, though. We got Elena. They gassed up Elena this episode. But yeah, we got to also learn about our main cast a little bit, except for, I forgot. Her name was Chris, actually, I remember, the blonde. She was the only one that we didn't hear about how she got roped into this, I believe. I think, unless I missed it. Let me head back here. Yeah, Chris was the first one to ask Axel about how much time he was doing. So, yeah, we don't know much about her. She was the only one. Like, we heard about Doug, we heard about Leland. I think there's still more to Leland as well. There must be more to all these guys, because Leland's involved with the bald man. At least his probably father was. He's got like a dead guy. So yeah, there is more going on with these guys than what we were being shown. Again, it's only episode 2, so all these things I'm bitching and moaning about, you know, maybe I need to relax, you know, because it's too early. It's too early. And I did enjoy my time. Again, I just wish that the Japanese dub was out. So yeah, confirmed Axel just escapes everything all the time. He's a crazy escape artist. I wonder what kind of background he has, why he's so good at like acrobatics and everything, and combat. Probably has something to do with his angel necklace, something that I noticed in the first episode, and we got a little bit about it this time. So that's pretty cool. He seems to value it a lot. So that's 2 things already. We got Leland's dad mystery, and then whatever's going on with Axel's necklace. I'm interested in that. And then the fact that we heard nothing about Chris makes me interested in her. And Elena is kind of cute. Doug is cool. So yeah, we got a good mix of things going on here for our characters. But again, yeah, not super interesting what happened with Kobayashi and the debt collectors, although it was pretty funny. Yeah, this was actually all pretty funny. It was a good time. That just turned. It was kind of dark though. What happened with Kobayashi though. But the debt collector just being chill in the end and vibing, hanging out with us was pretty funny, man. And I also didn't. Of course, everybody around the world's gonna be looking for Skinner, man. Everyone's gonna be looking for him. The DEA showed up, the cops did, the FBI, I think I saw. Everybody was here. So it's not just gonna be Lazarus. I wonder if we'll be running into anybody else like this. People on the hunt for Dr. Skinner. Also, I wonder how much power a group like Lazarus has. Like, what is it run by? Like, this group, is it just this group that's called Lazarus? I'd imagine it's actually whoever Hirsch works for is Lazarus, right? And then this is the group that they assembled. I'm a little unclear on that part, but I wonder how much power that like organization has. I mean, Axel kind of like made these FBI agents and everything stand down for a second, like in a joking way, calling themselves superheroes and everything. But like, I wonder who they were hired by. I want to know more about that because we saw like that big building with like the angel on the top. I wonder how much power that organization has. But yeah, not much going on with Kobayashi here. Pretty dark realization for him, and it's also pretty funny just seeing Dr. Skinner's face on just like these like kids. They got like backpacks on. I like it though. This show seems to be okay with being goofy, and that's pretty fun as well. And yeah, I think that's about all I have to say about this one. It was a good time. All right, and I'm gonna be checking out this whole show for sure. I'm unsure how to continue. Let me know. Nobody says anything. I'm just gonna keep going. All right. But the input helps. So consider that. Consider liking, subscribing, dropping a comment. Anything you'd like me to know. Things that I miss. Yeah, that's all I got though. All right. Take care. Peace out. All right. See you.